Hello, welcome to my channel. What I've been up to is I've been doing a Mechatronics unit on an Audi A5, so the repair's been done. But I'm just going to go through the repair instructions and what I did to resolve this fault. So if you do have the same fault and you want to get it resolved, then this could be something worthwhile watching. To begin with, I'm just going to show you what the fault codes are. So the fault code that was stored was a P17400 Valve 3, and it says partial transmission. So I'll just show you that fault code now, and they're gonna go through the repair instructions. I didn't record myself taking it apart, but I did record it going back together. So I'll go through the repair instructions showing you what you're meant to do to take it apart, and the videos will go on about what to check when you put it back together. So this is the fault here in the Mechatronics. As you can see, it's in the transmission control module, and that is the fault that's stored. As you can see there, partial transmission 1 valve 3. So what we're going to do is what we did was we sent the Mechatronics. Well, I took it off. I got the customer to send it off to get it repaired. So once I took it off, I then got the customer to send it off, and then he called me back when the unit was refurbished, and then I went back and refitted it for him. So but then you can see this is the fault that was stored that we were looking to resolve. So looking at the repair instructions then, about what you would have had to do to start. So if you go through them, so first thing it tells you then is you have to remove the under tray. So you can see this is for an Audi A5, so that's the car. So as you can see then, take the under tray off. Then it talks about disconnecting the harness, so you do it anti-clockwise, just push this tab round. So on here there's a tab, as you see, you push that round. Then what you do is you undo that there, that's a T30. You twist the housing to get that off, so that disconnect. Then some of them have a filter on the side. So you see 3 bolts, you undo them 3. Again, depending on the type. And it tells you to remove it, so there's a couple of pipes as well that come off where that mounts up. There it goes here, so you gotta be a bit wary when you're taking it off. And it talks about the filter, so there is a sump pan that you would have had to take off. That's held on by lots of T30s all the way around the edge. Then you get to the inside. Then it shows you a tab. So once you get in there, you have to lift the tab up, press that, and then you can disconnect it. Then it shows you the Mechatronics unit itself. And as you can see, it highlights where the 6 bolts are to undo, to remove. When you're in there, then it'll tell you to change the pipes to inspect the seals. You can see how many of them there are. Then you have these little levers once you get that Mechatronics unit out. So it says you need to get them in the right position. So you can see one way is gear, one way back is neutral. The other way is selecting gear, and the other way is back in neutral. So what you need to do is you need to have it in the neutral position. So it says here that it needs to be in the neutral position. And then it shows the unit itself, talking about the type, obviously we would skin ours. So this is the bit that's quite important. So when you come to bolt it back on, you need to measure this gap, because these little hooks need to go back into the levers. So it shows you that, so it's pointing the arrows. So when you lift it up, it talks about the torque setting. Here then, to when you lift it back up where you got that little lever, you have to make sure the arm is linked in. Once you've done that, you just put the filters back together, and there's a bit of a service function to run at the end. So that is how you take it apart and put it back together. From here then, the video will just show the process of us putting it back together. So if you look at the Mechatronics unit I've just replaced, so this is one that's been totally repaired. It's not a brand new unit, it's been sent off for repair. So there's a new filter which is just here. So as you can see, it's all installed, so it's one thing just to look out for. I'm just going to try and show you. So if you look here at the side, you can see there's a fork there. So there is some as you go higher as well, all the way up, as you can see. Just try and look through the gap. Just going to get the torch up the side, see if we can get a visual on them. so quite hard to see. But if you get an endoscope, which what I did, you'll be able to just make out that every single one is engaged. So these plungers, all the forks, as you can see, these can be pulled in and out. You need to make sure you got the lever so in the neutral position as well. So this can go one way out and then back in the middle, and then one way in. And then the actual hook as well in the unit, that can be pulled in and out as well. So make sure every single one of them is hooked up. It's a bit of advice. And one thing as well, you can see there the sensor and the wiring. So up here where the wiring is, so it has a sleeve and a connector. I'd connect all of that up as well, while you got a good visual of what's going on the inside. So this is all ready. Always make sure you put the connector back on as well. Make sure you're happy. Once all that's done, fill up the gearbox again and run the adaptions. So there's one more filter to go on here as well, so I'll get that on and show you. So here's my new filter. So these are Febby, the filters that I'm using. If you notice, it has a red rubber seal at the end. Have a look at my old one. See, there's no rubber seal on there. So this is one thing to note as well. So when I came to have a look inside, you can still see the seal is on there. So you got to take that seal off as well before you put the new filter on. So just make sure you're not double sealing it or push that in there. Obviously that could cause you a bit of a problem. So gotta get that out now and get the new filter in. So the filter is on now. So there's the part number if anybody wants it. So it just pushes on, all secure. You can see it's all the way in there. So this is where I'm looking, right up there. So it's all the way in there now. I took the other old seal off that we were just looking at, so got that out of the way. So let's put some on and let's get it all topped up with gearbox on. So come off, back off road test now. Just have a look. Read DTC, no fault stored. So this gearbox should be fine now after we've done the Mechatronics unit. So no issues to report there. So just a quick video just to show you what's going on.